Arkadaşlar hoş geldiniz. Şimdi vaaz vereceğiz. Gidelim. Godwin baba. Sen var ya, sen hiç göründüğün gibi bir adam değilsin. Sen çok fena bir adamsın. Sen ne yere bakan, yürüp grup yapan değil, yürek yakan. Baba, baba kusura bakma baba, yanlış bir kelime ettik. Hadi. Benim hala başım dönüyor. İtibar mı kaybedildi? Niye? Ha, tamam. Bu şekilde girersek zaten donatletle gelmişiz. Sen gelebildiğimize dua et.
You were with them, you beast. Just you wait.
Look at him. Mother of God. Any minute now he'll throw up. So I couldn't sleep a wink last night with all that clamor.
In nomine Patris et Filii et Spiritus Sancti. Amen. Accepit panem in sanctas at venerabilis a manus suas. Hac facite in meam commemorationem. Brothers and sisters, you may have had the honor of meeting Henry from Skalitz, who is here at the behest of Sir Hanush to investigate that heinous crime at Neuhof. You might not know that Henry recently visited Prague, where, by the grace of God, was able to hear Master Jan Hus from the esteemed Charles University preaching. I've managed to persuade Henry to stand here today in my stead and tell us what he heard. Because, as you all probably know, Jan Hus is a very popular preacher in Prague. So, Henry, you may begin.
Hadi bakalım.
Curious which one of them will puke first.
Papaz önce kusar bence. Peder. Hadi bakalım. Kendinden emin başla.
Brothers and sisters, let me get straight to the point. I'd like to talk about the church and how corrupt it is.
That boy has a cheek.
Creation
Öyle
has
dedim.
given to every man the power by which he
Yani
might
kışkırtmamız
rule or
lazım. Biraz böyle sert gireceğiz.
That power does not give him the right to rule. That right belongs to God alone.
Sert.
It is the corruption of God's pastors here on earth that has brought misfortune on our heads. Plague, cumens, hunger, and chaos. The accursed wealth that the church is drowning in is poisoning almost the whole of Christendom. When dogs are fighting over a bone, take the bone and they will stop. Just like the flock of ravens that has descended on this land to peck up every speck of gold and silver. They show no mercy. Their hearts are poisoned by covetousness. They trade everything. Everything is for sale. You want to baptize a child? Pay. You want to steal and murder? Pay, and you will have absolution. And the prelates sin and give themselves absolution.
For shame! Shame upon them!
Öyle yapalım.
And what sins? They live with harlots and keep concubines, even though only marital intercourse for the purpose of procreation is pure. If someone takes a woman or man only to satisfy their own lust, who seduces them to do so but Satan? And how much darker the sin if that man is a servant of the church? Who can turn his face to God, who fornicates and then puts on priestly robes?
Nothing we don't know about already.
Tamam, sana bilmediğim bir şey vereyim. Sert bir
Enough
şekilde devam
about
et.
sin, which the prelates are so fond of preaching about, and whose absolution they promise if you only pay enough coin to Mother Church. What if the devil himself were to pay? Will the bishops tell us he too would ascend to heaven? And what about those bishops? They sin without remorse, and with the money grasped from the poor for indulgences, they keep fine horses and hordes of servants to pamper them. They play dice and garb their mistresses in expensive furs, while Christ, the Lamb of God, walked barefoot and had nowhere to lay his head. Look to your consciences, you robbers of the poor, for you are seen by God and his people too.
Down with the prelates! Away with them!
We're fortunate to have our good father Godwin. At least he's a fair and simple man.
Godwin'i eleştirmeyelim, Godwin'e sahip çıkalım.
God sees what is
Şunu
happening on
yapalım.
earth, and he is filled with righteous wrath that those who should seek the salvation of
Düşününce
souls
zaman azalıyor.
instead seek mammon and the idle comfort of lucrative posts. Blessed are the shepherds who share the poverty of their flock, who are as one with you and bear with you the burden of this earthly pilgrimage, who do not condemn your venial sins.
Aye, all honour to Godwin. Let him drink like one of us.
That is all I heard in Prague.
Amen. Güzel. Henry'de her şeyden biraz var. Şu bakışa bak.
Well, considering what a soak he is.
He's right, that was.
The young man shouldn't drink so much, but the Lord's given him a silver
Glad he came
tongue.
here. I don't suppose I'll
Çok
ever-
tatlıdır dili, çok tatlıdır. Sen geçen gece görecektin onu abla, çok tatlı dili.
Well, well, my boy, you have talent, and I can't deny it. And you pulled a thorn from my side. I almost didn't make it.
Yeah, I noticed. I wasn't the only one.
Oh, what's to be done? I'll make it up somehow.
So, about our bargain.
Although it's a sin,
So gluttony and fornication.
God does forgive a penitent.
So, what did Limpy Lubosh tell you? Was he at Neuhof that day? Who was with him? And where are they now?
Now, slow down. I'm sorry, but he didn't tell me that much.
Don't let me down after all I've been through. For you,
Well, now Lubos came to me shortly after it happened. His conscience was gnawing at him. And I must say, in the end, he turned out to be a better man than he looked. He said they'd been hired through some crony of theirs. And at first they were just to steal some horses. But then it all turned sour and people started getting killed. And neither he nor his cronies wanted anything to do with that. So they fell out from the gang and fled.
fell out.
Yeah, there was a body found in the woods by Neuhof.
That would explain something. Lubos kept jabbering that he wasn't a murderer, that he didn't want to do it.
So I know that Lubosh killed the murderer and he's dead too. The trouble is, I need to find the ones who are still alive. I need names and places. Did he mention any of the others?
Only nicknames. Talked about some fella called Riki from Ledechko, Pius, Timmy.
Pious. That lot are about as pious as I am ordained.
Nonsense. You would make an excellent priest. And anyhow, with your skills, you ought to be able to sniff out this Riki from Ledechko, right?
Well, we'll have to now. There's not much else to go on. Let's hope he's not hanging from the wall too.
Indeed. And I'd hate to be excommunicated for nothing. Anyhow, good luck. You watch out for yourself. These people clearly mean business. And I'd like to raise a tankard with you again sometime.
Yeah, I'll try. Although I'm not sure I'd survive another night of your debauchery.
And if anyone should ask, you heard nothing from me. I'll deny everything.
I don't doubt it.
Güzel. Bilgiyi aldık. 3 isim aldık bir de. Umarım 3 için ayrı ayrı gezmeyiz. Çok uzun sürer. Şimdi bakalım. Nerede? Ufunet'in izini bul. Tamam. Ufunet. Dıgıdık. Bak şu güzelliğe bak. Bak. Son. Tıkıdık. Map'e de bakalım. Ufunet. Oo. Evet. Fast travel yapalım. Sonra muhtemelen biraz keseceğim. Çünkü yol epey uzun. O yüzden oraya vardığımda tekrar başlayacağız. Arkadaşlar an itibariyle topraklara giriş yaptık. Burada güzel evler var. Arsalarımızı tanıtacağız. Şuralardan biri geçsin de bir adres sor. Abla! Dur. Her yerde niye kadın var? Abla! Yapmayacağım. Niye kaçıyorsun? Konuşacağız. Elimde silah mı var? Yok. Abla! Konuşacağız.
Good
Konuşalım.
God! What happened to your clothes?
Boş ver, sen beni görünce niye kaçıyorsun?
I'm looking for someone they call Riki.
That's the tanner's son, Hinnock.
Where can I find him?
Hard to say. He's not around here much. Thank God for small blessings. You could try his folks' place.
Evet, ailesinin evi nerede? Bunlar çok boş sorular. Evi sorsana
What can you
Henry.
tell me about this Hinnock?
What can I tell you? No, he's none too popular. No one cares to talk to him.
Why not?
Well, I'm not one to gossip, but I heard he keeps bad company.
Abla, biz belanın içinden geliyoruz, sen bana söyle, adres ver. Elbette birisi konuşuyordur.
That harlot Adela hangs around with him, of course.
Harlot?
She works as a bathhouse wench. Same thing.
Hamam nerede abla?
What's the
Babası.
tanner like? Hinnock's father.
The less I see of him, the better. He's not exactly sparkling company.
Yani abla, senin yüzünden de nur akmıyor ama
Why do they call
devam.
him Riki anyway?
Why do you think? Because he's a tanner, of course.
Çok para kazanacak. Karaca'yı kuracak adam yıllar sonra.
So why don't people like him?
The old tanner's not an easy man, but his son should never let his father down. Hinnock does nothing to help. He's always far too busy with his own affairs, though I wouldn't like to say what those are.
Tamam abla, sen Allah razı olsun. Başka bir şey de sormuyorum sana. Seni de Allah korusun. Bir daha beni görünce öyle koşma. Tamam, şimdi 2 tane yer açıldı. Bunlara bir gidelim. Abla da zaten bizim aradığımız adamlar da hayırsızın teki. Bu ne? Bu babasının evi. Demirci mi? Demirci ise babası tabakçı değil mi? Nasıl demirci? Ne? Tabakçı ha.
Jesus Christ be praised.
I'm looking for your son. Any idea where he might be?
I don't know nothing.
Don't you at least know where he usually goes? It's important.
Hinnock shows up at home once in a blue moon, so I don't know nothing about where he gets to. Even if I did, why would I tell every Tom, Dick and Harry?
Yani kıyafetlerimiz yırtık diye şey yapma. Neyse,
Watch your tongue,
öfkelenmeyeceğim.
peasant. I'm an envoy of Sir Radzig Kabila, and this is an official investigation. Stop trying to put me off and tell me where your son is right now.
I apologize if I offended you, young man. But still, I don't know where Hinnock is. He turned up at the house a while back, but then he vanished again in a hurry.
And you don't know where he went? What?
Look, it's been clear to me for a long time that my boy was headed for the gallows. But I'm still his father, right? And you can't expect me to rat on my own son.
If you value your son's life at all, you better pray I find him, because I'm not the only one looking for him.
That's no surprise. But what of it? If you're here on behalf of Sir Radzig, there's nothing waiting for Hinnock but the gibbet.
Tehlikeli değil mi desek, bir çıkış yolu vardır diyelim.
It doesn't have to be that way. If Hinnock cooperates, he can save his neck.
I can't say you put my mind at ease. But to hell with it. I'll tell you what I know. All right. He was here a few days ago, but he left right away. He looked like he was in a hurry.
And you don't know where he went?
I've got an idea, but I don't know where it is exactly.
I don't follow.
Hinek makes some money on the side from poaching. He boasted to me a few times about what a great hideout he found in the woods, but he never told me where it is.
Well, it's not much to go on, but it's better than nothing. Thank you.
Allah razı olsun. İni kendi de bilmiyor. Sormaya gerek yok. Şu şeye gidelim. Hinek'in yavuklusu. Benim bakalım o ne biliyor. Tamam, şurası.
God be with you. Do you need anything?
Tamam, hizmetini kullanma. Hancı kız. Şunlar değil muhtemelen. Burada da yok kimse. Şuraya bir soralım.
Who's there?
Ben buradayım ben. Seninle konuşulmuyor. Seninle.
Mother of God. You look like you've been assaulted.
Ya tamam, çok konuşma. Ufunet. Neyse, sormaya gerek yok. Şu. Hadi
God be
lan.
with you. What can I do for you?
I heard you've been seeing Hinek, the tanner's son.
So what? Come to preach at me, have you? That I'm a loose woman, a sinner, that I seduce decent men?
Ya çok öyle bir şeyin yok ama abla. Öyle bir şey
God,
değil.
no, nothing like that. It's just that you're the only one in the village who sees Hinek, so I came to ask you about him.
Aye, I've seen him often enough. I don't know what I could tell you about him.
Where can I find Hinek?
I haven't seen him in the village for a few days. He must have run off to the woods again.
Does he do that often?
From time to time.
What the hell does he get up to there?
I don't know.
He goes to the woods from time to time. That smells fishy to me.
What do you mean? There's no law against it, is there?
With all the footpads, looters, cumans, and God knows what other vermin around, it's not the sort of thing an honest man would do.
But Hinek doesn't have anything to do with those people.
Oh, really? Then what does he do there? I don't imagine he's gathering mushrooms.
I really don't know what you want from me. So Hinek is a bit odd and sometimes he goes off into the woods. So what?
When did you last see him?
A few days ago. He came to me late in the evening, drunk.
And that was unusual?
I never saw him drink much. He always came to me sober.
So he was acting strangely that evening?
He was strange. I had the feeling he was afraid of something. He kept prattling on and didn't seem to care about you know what. So I threw him out and I haven't seen him since.
Can you remember anything he said that evening?
Oh, I'm not sure. He went on about some fellow called Lubosh who died. That he was regretting he ever got into it, but he never said what it was. And that it wasn't worth it for the money. Aye. And then he was talking about the money. That was very odd.
What did he say about the money?
Just that he had a pile of it hidden behind his house.
I see. What did you say to that?
What could I say? He was drunk. He kept saying I was a fine girl and other harlots wouldn't go with him even for money. And if I wanted, I could even take half the money and leave. Or he'd go with me and we could get married and such. Oh, just poppycock.
Did he tell you exactly where he hid it?
He said he buried it at his father's small holding in the western corner.
All right, thank you. Did you go there for a look?
Soralım bunu da.
I've got better things to do. Obviously he made it up. Where would a layabout like him get so much coin?
Yes, I understand.
Çalmıştır abla, nasıl bulacak?
Good luck then.
İnşallah, bakalım. Ormanın neresinde arayayım adamı ya? Bakalım map'te bize bir yer gösteriyor mu? Zulasını bul diyor. İzini bul. İzini bulamadık çünkü tekrar bir konuşalım. Neredeydi o?
What's going on out there?
Ya,
Who is it?
hepsi niye bu kadar tepki veriyor ya?
What do you want to know?
Geç bakalım.
I found out that Hinek goes poaching in the woods and he's got a hideout there. What do you know about it? Don't worry. Hinek has much bigger problems than being caught poaching. And you're not involved in it anyway, are you?
No, I'm not. It's true he used to go hunting in the woods sometimes. When he came back, he'd usually come to me. That's all.
Ya nasıl Dead Souls? Orman kocaman.
Do you know what route he took? At least the general direction. Anything that could help me find his hideout.
I think he usually went through the woodcutter's camp. Because he always brought me freshly chopped firewood. And he had wood chips on his boots.
Good. So at least I know where to start.
Tamam. Yeter.
Take care.
Hadi git. Siz de çekilin etrafımdan. 2 dakika koşuyoruz diyor. Hepsi ne oluyor orada ne bitiyor falan filana giriyor. Deli insanlar. Daha da bu hamama gelmem. Şimdi bunun zulasını patlatacağız. Gelin bakalım. Evin arkasında demişti. Dur. Henry kalk Henry. Yanlış bastım dur.
Hey, who's there?
Ya sus. Sizi kim yazdı böyle huizler. Evin arkası burası mı? Buraya gömmüş. Aa çok kolay buldum. Şimdi şunu kazarken şunun bizi görmemesi lazım. Zamanı ileri alalım. Bu bir uyusun. Da saat kaçta uyursun acaba sen? Bakalım civarda var mı? Burada kimse yok. Bir de map'e bakalım. Şey nerede? Şurada. Oduncu kampında sor. Tamam. Şurayı bir kazalım da sonra gideceğim. Hadi Henry kimse görmeden. %15 altın bir de işe yaramaz bir şey için geldik. Boş. Gidelim. Şimdi diğer görev yerine gideceğiz. Şu şeye soracağız. Çıkıl. Neresiydi orası? Dur yine yanlış tuş. C. Tamam. C'ye gitmemiz lazım. Oo. Şu sudan geçemeyeceğiz muhtemelen. Böyle bir çıkarsak. Heh. Çok aşırı hızlanmış çakıl. Aslında karanlık çökmeye başladı. Bir de şu hamamda uyuyayım. Bölümü burada bırakalım. Diğer bölümde Ufunet'i şey yapayım, bulayım.